Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stump back for another Optc video, and in today's video, we are taking on all of the 10-star Garp challenge with a mono INT team led by our girl versus Big Mom. So, if you guys don't know what this character does, she does a lot of very good stuff. She reduces HP by 20%, changes block and TND orbs into recovery, boosts strength, psi, and INT characters attack by 2.25, and then if you land 3 perfects, she's at 2.5 times orb boost on the next turn for that. All those 3 colors. Very, very good special. Very, very powerful. And her captain ability gives a 5 times multiplier to those same 3 colors. 1.5 times HP. Boosts the chance of landing on recovery slots. Makes recovery and Semler orbs have matching slot effects and allows crew to obtain the recovery and Semler slots through perfect taps. So she's very, very good. Very, very stally. And she has a verse effect where she allows characters' normal attacks to ignore defensive effects and defense for 3 turns, makes crew's recovery slots into Semler slots for 3 turns, and then heals crew by the number of enemies defeated by normal attacks multiplied by 15 times her recovery at the end of turn. So she's just a heal machine. She can ignore defensive effects, and she's a 5 times flat rate captain with a massive 2.25 attack and 2.5 times special. She is very, very good. And in today's video, we're taking her as our captain with the exact same INT team. And the INT team looks a little bit like this. Now, before I continue, take this Robin off. She will bite you in the backside, and replace her with this Nami. This Nami was the character that I was meant to have on Iron, and as I just started doing the runs, I just sort of rolled with it, got to Enel, and realized, oh shit, this might bite me in the backside. But the team consists of Yonko. Yonko are very, very good for Big Mom, as you can get a guaranteed meat orb, but you can actually replace Yonko with Shiri. That'll work very, very well as well. But if you have the V4 lore or Halloween lore like I do, bringing Yonko is a little bit better, as you can get a 1.75 times orb boost on top of their just passive HP cup. The big reason they are here, though, is for their switch ability to remove Special Blind, as well as give us a Recovery Orb to build up the Verse meter for Big Mom nice and fast. But doing all the runs, I found the Verse meter, you didn't really need it. V4 Lore actually is just a better captain for the Garp challenges, the 10-star ones, but using Big Mom was a lot of fun. Next, we've got Baccarat. Baccarat's amazing at removing attack down and paralysis. She can also remove chain lock growth, and because our captain is INT, she gives us an orb boost, and she does 77 times her attack in non-type damage, which is great for the Dofi stage. So with Baccarat, the best thing about her is she's very, very good for the Vista and Marco stage. She's very, very good against treble, but she can also use this bad boy as a sub. We get a 3 times chain lock whenever we use her special for the first time. Basically, besides WhiteBeard, you are only popping her special once per quest, and that 3 times chain lock is very, very strong. So Tessero as a support, when you can use him, anytime you can use him, definitely be popping him off. Next, we have Iron. Iron is very, very good, as she not only removes 2 turns of defense up and damage reduction, but she also removes Bind and Despair by 2 turns. Having her double special is essential, as you do actually need her special 2 times per run for the majority of the runs. For this particular team as well, I am using the support of the Sweet Commanders. They're very, very good, as they can remove 2 turns of Despair and 2 turns of Special Blind. It's actually essential that we have that for the Dofi run, but I imagine you could probably just use the Rayleigh's special, get Rayleigh's cooldowns back, and then use his special again with his Amazing Sailor. But for this team, utilizing the Sweet Generals and then using Iron to not only remove Despair, Bind, and Defense Up and damage reduction, between the two of them, like the support of Sweet Generals and that Iron, it's so damn strong. On Iron, I had Robin, but I would definitely advise against that, as getting the damage on the Enel stage. I just had the damage with Robin, but if you use this Nami, you get a color affinity booster, which is just going to make the Enel stage an absolute breeze. Fortunately, you won't see any benefits for the rest of the fights, but against Enel, it's going to help out a little bit. Or you could just chuck a stat booster on, I guess. The final unit is V1 Rayleigh 6+. He's here to remove Paralysis, Despair, and Bind by 7 turns, and he can use the Crocus support. Now, the Crocus support is definitely not necessary, but I love Crocus' support. I think it's very, very good, and whenever I see him pop up, I'm always slapping him on. The final thing about this team is we are using the Nostra Castello V2. He just gives a lot of extra HP, and that's about it. It actually provides a lot of extra attack as well, because most of the time we're sitting at full HP, as Big Mom can just heal for days. So that's the team. Let's hop into the content, and let's take down Garp's Challenge 10-star event. Alright, so for the first Garp challenge, we're taking on Heavenly Demon 1. And in my opinion, Heavenly Demon 1 is actually the hardest out of all of them. Enel definitely has the most sort of shenanigans to get around, but the fact that you got to get around 4 turns of paralysis and despair, and you have to do it twice, in my opinion, just makes Dofi that a little bit more tricky. So on turn 1, we are just going to wipe away all of our orbs. Keeping a full board of matching orbs is nice, but with Big Mom, we do want to try and build up her verse meter, and this is the best way to do it, as you can see. So on turn 2, we come up against the vacuum cleaner chick, or the vacuum cleaner chick. So we can use the support of the Sweet Generals to remove 2 turns, and then we can use our Iron Special to remove the other 2 turns. Then we can switch. Ooh, we get that attack boost as well. Forgot to put that on her. And then we can switch with Wako and guarantee us another meat orb. And with that, that is just going to be 6 juicy verse meters for our Big Mom verse units. Ooh, oh, and you're dead. Hitting perfects with Big Mom and getting the recovery orbs, I know I've said this a lot, is so damn good. Like, it's so damn good. On the next turn, we come up against Rebecca. Rebecca puts up 2 turns of defense up, or 3 turns of defense up, actually, and she gives us 3 turns of paralysis. So the way that we're going to get around this is we're going to switch with our WhiteBeard and Marco, and then we're actually just going to stall a turn. Who doesn't have orbs? You. Okay, cool. So we're going to stall a turn here, so that way we can remove the defense up and the rest of the paralysis on the second turn. Fortunately, we still didn't get any more orbs. That sucks. Alright, so we can remove the paralysis with our Wako unit, and then we can use Iron once again, and she can remove the rest of the defense up. Unfortunately, now we do have half damage as, nullify damage. Totally, I thought it was half damage. Yo, I've done this content 120 times, and I'm still sitting here like, oh yeah, half damage. Stump, you're a spoon. You're an actual spoon. But you're a lovable spoon, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Well, now that the defense is gone and the nullified damage is gone, we can start putting some pot shots into our girl Rebecca here. Boom. Bop. Boop. Beep. Boop. Man, 5 times flat rate is no joke. Look at that. Damn, son. On the next turn, we come up against the Dressrosa units. So this is where we want to try and take out as many as we possibly can. It's not really that big of a deal if we don't. But any characters have a 1-turn cooldown. We really want to try and get them out of here. So with type advantage on Bellamy, we should have no issues taking him out. And now that we've got some orbs, we should be able to kill a couple more. Beautiful. Every meat orb that we attain, we're just getting more and more healing with Big Mom. You can pop the versatility if you need the extra healing, but as you kind of saw with my HP and the amount of meat orbs that Big Mom actually like gives you, it's very, very easy to just get your like HP back just by like natural orbs. So we're going to stall out the rest of the turns on King Punch here, mainly so we can just try and get our specials back on Iron. She's going to be the big one. Actually, for the rest of the run, we really don't actually even need it. Well, maybe we can stall it back. Maybe we can get the Big Mom special back by the end. We'll see how we go. On stage 5, I think we're on now. Yeah, stage 5. We get Gloomed once again. This is where we can use our Rayleigh special. Rayleigh can remove 7 turns of Bind, Despair, and Paralysis, as well as making tap timing a little bit easier for us. I do have the Crocus support. I sort of just whacked that on there as it might come in handy, but I don't know if it will. It could, but I don't know if it will. But like I said, it could. Alright, so what we're going to do on this particular stage against Bardo, because we have type advantage, we are just sort of going to just use our normal attacks, get our healing back with our Big Mom meat orbs, and honestly, are we just killing him? Oh, I was going to say, like, man, if we can just kill him here, that would be great. On the second turn now, we can get a guaranteed meat orb with our Wako unit, and then we can just finish him off. Oh, Iron's Barrier Pen kicking in. Nice. So on stage 6, we come up against Treble and a bunch of his Dressrosa friends. So what we're going to do on this particular stage, after we get rid of the paralysis with our Baccarat unit, Baccarat's going to give us a orb boost, and she's also going to wipe away the units in the back. She can also give us an orb buff, a rainbow orb buff, as Big Mom is a INT unit. Because Big Mom is an INT captain, it just makes it very, very easy for us to get not only an orb buff, but with the Tessero support, we can get an orb boost as well. Now, you can stall the 3 turns here if you need to get your Big Mom special back, but I did something a little bit cheeky with my Wako unit. I actually have the support of V4 Law, Halloween Law. Now, if you guys don't have that, it's fine. You can easily just stall out for Big Mom Special once again. But what we're going to do on this particular stage is we're going to use our Wako Special. Fortunately, we got a couple of Psy Orbs there, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. Then we can use our Big Mom Special to get the attack buff. And you know what? For the sake of it, I'm actually just going to... Actually, I'm going to use the Iron Special for damage reduction, just in case I stuff up, because, you know, like, I'm good like that. And then we can use our Big Mom Reverse ability, just because we have it, and finish it off with the Perfect Shot from Rayleigh. And with that, we should just be able to just, you know, tear our way through here. You know, let's just try and kill Dofi. Okay, let's try and kill her. Boom. Because we hit a bunch of perfects, we get a bunch of lifesteal as well, which is excellent, but HP is not an issue at this point. Because we hit a bunch of perfects, though, we do get the carryover of the Orb effect from the Big Mom Special, and with that, we should be able to just take out Dofi here. Beautiful. So that was Dofi 1. Easy claps. The amount of healing Big Mom has, just it's crazy. Moving into Revolutionary Army 1 now, we are using the exact same team, obviously, because that is the title of the video. We are going to make sure, like we did with the Dofi team, or the Dofi run, we are going to make sure that we get rid of... I can't believe I missed that meat orb. We are going to make sure we get rid of all of our int orbs. Mainly because we just want to remove the matching orbs so we can start getting some T&D and some recovery orbs. Using Wako is really, really effective with Big Mom. Wako and Luffy Ace. No. Luffy Sanji. Their switch ability, giving us guaranteed meat orbs every single turn, just helps so damn much against, getting up Big Mom's versatility. But for the 10-star challenges, it's really not that essential. It works better in forests. On stage 2, we come up against Kuma. Against Kuma, I'm going to pop the Wako special, just so we can get some more meat orbs and use the orb boost that Law can provide. And then we can remove the 2 turns of defense up with our Iron unit. Iron's also going to give us an attack boost, as we do have the Robin support attached to her. And with that, we can just easy clap here. We're going to eat those meat orbs, gobble, gobble, gobble. And move on to the next stage against Robin and a bunch of her friends, I guess we'll call them. They give us 2 turns of bind, so this is where we can use our Iron special once again to remove the bind, which is very, very handy. And then we can, because we have type advantage, we can start taking out the girls around the outside and remove the bomb ords, and then finish off Robin on that next turn. Man, so much damage. The fact we have type advantage is just helps out taking out those girls like significantly, as if you don't kill them, they actually give you like 6 turns to despair each. So that is something to note if you don't take them out in the first turn. Beautiful. Man, we're getting our verse meter up nice and quickly. On the next stage, we come against Ivankov and Inuyasuma. Inuyasuma is going to blow away one of our middle units, and they're immune to poison and delay. On this particular stage, I think we're just going to try and do as much damage as we possibly can. The 5 times flat rate for these verse units is actually silly. The amount of damage output that you can get just by doing normal taps is actually wild, man. It's like actually wild. See if we can take out Ivankov as well. Yep, definitely. Catch you later. If you want to, you can pop a special there. It shouldn't matter too much, but you do want to try and save your specials until the fight, like towards the end of the content, as we are pretty much just balls deep now, and we're running out of time. So on the next stage against Morley and Bello Betty, this is where we're actually going to use our Big Mom special. That way we can get a attack boost and carry over the orb boost into the next stage. We are locked onto Morley here, so what I want to do is I'm actually going to use the versatility of our Big Mom. That way we can actually just become immune to barriers. Now, because we're immune to barriers, it means that our attack should go through that extra HP that Morley has. So I'm going to attack with Big Mom early. It doesn't actually break the barrier still. That's a bit of a downside to the Big Mom versatility. I was hoping it would like be similar to Barrier Pen, where it can actually break the barrier as well as do damage, but it must just like go through it. That's kind of annoying, especially for the HP barrier. It's a bit of a downside to her, but it is what it is. On the next turn, we come up against Lindbergh and Karasau. They're going to blind our right-hand side and give us a full board of block orbs. So this is where we can use our Rayleigh special to remove the bind, as well as get that nice little Crocus support that really doesn't matter too much, to be honest. But because we had Selma orbs from the previous, it's not Selma, Semler orbs from the previous stage. Some of our units are actually going to get that massive orb buff. And for this particular run, we actually have that on Big Mom and we have it on Baccarat. So they're going to do a butt ton of damage as well as get a butt ton of healing. As you can see, like, we aren't even coming close to losing our HP here. So on this this next turn, we are just going to tap through the HP of Kurosao. Are we going to be able to kill him? Yo, easily. Bro, 5 times flat rate is just not okay. It's actually not okay. Like, that was just ridiculous. On the boss stage, we're basically just going to switch with our Wako unit, so that way we can get a guaranteed orb on him, as, funny enough, he's the only character that is missing an orb. And then we can use our Big Mom special to get an attack buff, and then we can get a orb buff with our Baccarat unit. So that's going to be GG for Cyber Koala. We actually get a chain lock as well with the support of Tessero. So, like, this is just going to be absolute annihilation here. Can we try and hit 3 perfects, though? Beautiful. I don't even care about the burn. We get so much healing back from hitting perfects through the meat orbs that we can just carry that orb buff into the next turn and just catch it later. Just Revolutionary Army 1, just Revolutionary Army what? Big Mom's just out here clapping, boys. Out here clapping. So that was Revolutionary Army 1. Let's hop into WhiteBeard now. Alright, so moving into WhiteBeard now. This is where things might get a little bit interesting as... No, you know what? We're not running Kato. I said, like... I just went to autopilot mode there, sorry. When I was doing the Kato video, I found that this might have been a little bit tricky as we get normal attacks only. But for Big Mom, like, the amount of stalling that she can do is just... It's nuts. The increased chance of landing on recovery orbs and then being able to hit perfects and still recover, as well as her versatility, like, eating souls. Like, Big Mom ain't dying when it comes to these 10-star Garp challenges. Now, obviously... running like a friend V4 lore or Halloween lore is going to make this a lot easier for you. But in saying that as well, Big Mom's just going to, like, she's going to do it easy, like easily. So on this particular stage, we actually get 3 turns of attack down. So we're going to have to use our Baccarat special early so we can remove the attack down on this stage. You could probably stall it out, but unfortunately we do lose that chain lock that Tessero provides. But it's not the end of the world, as we can easily get our Baccarat special back by the final stage, as we are going to need it back to take down Marco and Vista. So on the next stage, we come up against Higuma, the Chain Ball guy, and Atmos. They're going to give us 3 turns of special blind, but with the support of the Sweet Generals, we can actually remove 2 turns of that, and then with the switch ability of Wako, we can actually remove another turn. So that way, that special blind is actually just non-existent for this particular team, as the support of the Sweet Generals is actually amazing. Like, removing 2 turns of despair and special blind, it's very, very strong. Big Mom actually has, like, a lot of very, very good supports. On to the next turn, we are just going to finish off the dude with the ball and chain. Let's just eat these meat orbs as well. And see you later. On to stage 4 now, we come up against Speedgiru, Iso, and Fossa. Fossa can be on a 4-turn, or it could be on a 2-turn cooldown. It sort of just depends on what RNG you guys get. But you do want to try and, if like Fossa is on a 2-turn cooldown, you do want to try and take him out ASAP. But with this particular team, we have so much HP that Fossa normally hits like a truck. Oh my god. I actually missed. Well, Speedgiru was meant to die there, but it is what it is. Fossa normally hits like an absolute truck. But with this team having so much HP because we're running the Nostra Costello V2, we can easily get around that. So we are just going to finish off Iso as well. Oh, so Iso should have died there, but because I'm a spooner and missed one of my perfects, it wasn't meant to be. But we can actually use Iso now to actually stall an extra turn, as we actually aren't close to getting Baccarat special back. Oh no, he's dead. Well, it's a paddling. That's a paddling. Yeah, actually, we would have had enough turns. So if we stalled an extra turn there on Iso, we would have been fine. But we are going to have to just tank a shot here from Jozu, which is really not that big of a deal, actually, because then we can actually save one of our iron specials. Not that we need it, but it works quite well. So now that we've passed a turn, we can get our Baccarat special back by the next stage. We can use our iron special here. Iron's going to remove the 2 turns of defense up and damage reduction, which is very, very handy. And she can give us a attack boost, which is actually annoying. to be honest with you. I'm not actually going to lie. That's actually kind of annoying because I wanted to use a Big Mom special there. I always forget that I put Robin there. But what we can do is we can use our Yonko special and get the support or buff that Halloween Lore provides. Normally, if you don't have that Halloween Lore, just use the Big Mom special before you use Iron special. That way you get a bigger attack boost, and then you can carry it into the next stage. And it should work a little bit nicer. So once you do kill Jozu, he does give you normal attacks only, and then he dies. And then we can move into the next stage against Marco and Vista. Marco and Vista are going to give us 3 turns of paralysis, 3 turns of chain lock, and 3 turns of attack down. Now this is where Baccarat is actually god tier, as she's going to remove all of that, and she's going to give us a 2 times orb boost, which is, no, a 1.75 times orb boost. I'm pretty sure it's a 1.75 times orb boost. Yeah, I'm going to lock in 1.75 times orb boost. So with that, we can get a 1.75 times orb boost as well as a 2.25 times attack boost to our Psi and in our INT units. And because Yonko is actually in the Psi variation, it means that we can do a shit ton of damage to our boy Vista here. Boom, catch you later. On to the final stage. Because we hit our 3 perfects, we're going to get that beautiful carryover effect that Big Mom can provide. Fortunately, our top row and our bottom row are going to get slop sealed, but Big Mom can remove that, and with Baccarat's limit break, she can remove that as well. So we're going to switch with our Yonko. That way we can just guarantee an orb on him. We can use our special of Big Mom to get an attack boost, which is very, very handy. And with that, we actually don't need anything else. Well, there's nothing else that we can sort of use. So, let's just use the Iron special in case for some reason I don't kill Ace. If for whatever reason I don't kill Ace, we do have a damage reduction. But once we start hitting with characters that have orbs, yeah, easy peasy. Boom. Ooh, okay, we didn't kill WhiteBeard, but that's fine because we get that carryover orb boost from Big Mom special. We can take him out on the next turn. Easy peasy. So that was WhiteBeard done with Big Mom. This team's doing really well. Like, really, really well. Moving on to the final Garp challenge now, we're coming up as Eneru, and this is the Garp challenge that most people will argue is probably the hardest of the Garp challenges, and honestly, look, I don't blame them. Getting around the stun, the fear, the special bind, all the nasty things that Enel does on the final stage is fairly finicky, and without the right units, it can be pretty tricky, as if you don't kill him in 3 turns as well, he basically just blows you away, which sucks. On turn 1, as we've seen with all the rest of the runs, we are just going to chew through all of our orbs. That way we can guarantee ourselves a couple of TND and a couple of recovery orbs, hopefully. On stage 2, we come up against a bunch of the Skypiea lackeys, I guess. They're going to bind 3 of our random crewmates for 4 turns, which goes down to 1 with sockets, and they're going to special bind the same units by 5 turns. With the support of our Sweet Generals, we can easily remove 2 turns of the special bind, and then with our Yonko switch ability, we can actually remove that fairly easily. Unfortunately, I got very unlucky with the orbs, so we couldn't actually even kill one of these Skypiea units, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. On turn 2, if you don't kill them, they give themselves attack up and defense up. But that's fine, because we're actually going to take them out fairly quickly with our Big Mom special. And then we can switch with Yonko to guarantee a meat orb on him and remove some more of that special bind. And with that, we should be able to take out the rest of these units. With Big Mom's amazing special, she gives us the 2.25 times attack boost and then carry over a 2.5 times orb boost into the next stage, which is going to help out a lot against Mr. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I do not know these guys' names. Someone will probably let me know in the comment section below, but I'm just going to be real with you guys. I am not going to remember it. So on this particular turn, he gives us 2 turns of burn, and he has 2 turns of a great barrier. That's 3 great hits. So what we're going to do here is we're going to break the barrier. We're going to hit our greats, use iron because she has barrier pen, and then we can start hitting perfects if we need to. But with that orb boost that Big Mom provides, like, I'm going to hit a perfect just for the lols. That orb boost that we get, that 2.5 times orb boost, it is absolutely no joke. No joke. On the next turn, we come up against Wiper and 2 of his Skypiea friends. We basically want to just try and kill the units in the back here. That is the big target. If you take damage from them, it's not that big of a deal, but you just need to be mindful, which actually I'm definitely going to be taking damage from them. If you do take damage, you just need to be mindful of how much HP you have on the final turn, as we are actually going to tank that lightning shot from Enel. So just make sure you guys are eating any meat orbs along the way, or with Big Mom, it's pretty much impossible not to, right? Like, you actually physically can't. Unless you miss, I guess. That's the only way that you could not get a meat orb with Big Mom. If you hit a perfect, you're healing. If you if you get hit a good, you're healing. If you hit a great, you're healing. It's so much that she does. Like, that healing, if you can guarantee healing, I was saying this on stream, if you can guarantee healing, it is actually one of the most broken mechanics in the entire game. Like, no clap. So once we have healed all we can and Wiper's down to a 1-turn cooldown, we can take him out and move on to the next stage against Mr. Dude on the white ball and Mr. Wingnut. I was calling him Pierre for a little while, but I know his name's not Pierre. So I'm just going to call him Wingnut from now on. That's going to be his name forever. It just is what it is. So on this particular stage, the dude on the ball has 4 turns of Threshold, which is a little bit annoying, but we do have type advantage with all these units. But this is where Big Mom's versatility can actually see some use for the Garp's challenges, mainly because we can actually get through that Threshold. So because we have type advantage with all of our int units, though, I am going to try and build up the chain multiplier before I hit with the Big Mom that has the versatility, so she can easily take him out, and then we can put... Okay, well, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. I'm going to say, and then we can put a big shot into Mr. Wingnut over there, but it just wasn't meant to be, was it? So hopefully... No, we're definitely not going to be able to kill him. Man, doing commentary and recording at the same time, like, doing content. Oh, can we kill him? Oh, is he going to kill me now? Is he going to kill me now? No, surely not. Okay, cool. Alright, well, what I was saying was, doing content and recording at the same time can sometimes be a little bit finicky, as you just definitely do not play as well. But with Big Mom's versatility, just eating the souls and eating Semla orbs is just, it's very, very strong. Her healing mechanic is ridiculously OP, and I'm sure we'll see that in like the forest and stuff like that. But I did Kid Forest today, and it wasn't like that prevalent, but I imagine if you run 2 of them, it will be. On the next stage against Gadatsu and Om, I do know their names. Om's the Dex guy, and Gadatsu's the dude with the weird hair. They're going to blind our bottom row. So this is where we can use our Rayleigh special to remove the, what's it called? The bind. And then we can switch with our Wako to guarantee us a meat orb. And then we can use our Big Mom special. We only need 1 Big Mom special at the end. If you can keep Baccarat special, it's actually going to help you heaps, as you can not only get an orb boost, but you can get the chain lock. That is the big thing. Getting the chain lock on that final stage is really, really handy. Now, if you don't kill Om and Gadatsu in 1 turn here, you are going to have the carrier effect of the orbs. So that will work in your favor, as we aren't killing Enel on that first turn. So be very mindful of that. If you don't kill Gadatsu, don't stress. You do have a second turn to take him out. On the final stage against Enel, he is going to stun our captains, turn into a Psy unit, blow away our beneficial effects, and then he's going to special bind and fear our sailors. So to get around the special blind, we are going to just be using Wako's switch ability, as when Enel hits the 3rd turn, he actually does like a big like Kami, and he does like a bunch of damage, so that's actually going to remove the stun. He does put up 4 turns of damage reduction and defense up, and give us 4 turns of gloom. So this is where having Iron's double special is actually, it's key. Like, if you don't have double special, oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Oh my god. If I don't have the damage here, Iron, I'm going to be so freaking mad. I'm actually going to be so freaking mad. I totally forgot that I have the Robin support on my Iron. That's actually biting him in the ass. I would take that off. Don't use that. If you guys are running this same team comp, don't use that. Like, it's just, it has not been helping me at all. But let's just see how much damage we can do anyway. With a 1.3 times attack boost. With a 1.3 times attack boost. Get out of town. Oh boy. Alright, so what we learnt is take Robin off, and everything will be hunky-dory. So there you guys go. That was Big Mom taking down all the Garp's challenges. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me. And if you are new, consider hitting the big red subscribe button too. For all you bloody legends that are already subscribers, consider hitting that juicy join button and becoming members today. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Lates!